The J. Michaels Show.
We have a great show in line for you tonight. We have a producer and director, and I'm going to let him tell you about his production company. Let's go to Evan. Evan, how do you pronounce your last name?
So, there's two ways to pronounce it. There's Marcewicz, or Marcewicz, which is the American way.
Okay.
And then the Polish way is Marcewicz.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't attempt it then. Tell me about your production company.
Yeah, so my production company is called Vibrolix Studios. I created that 2 years ago, I think. 2 years ago. And the reason I actually created it was for the film I created, Echo Point.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do that because lawsuits and legal reasons.
Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the studio brand and that's the identification all my productions are going to go under over the course of time.
Yeah. Oh, just so the audience knows, we're using a different way of communicating this time. Instead of Zoom, I'm using Google, and it's very interesting, but it's a little different. It looks different, just so you know.
I look prettier.
Yeah, you do.
Get my good side.
So tell me about your movie that you made.
Where do I start?
Well,
Where do you want me to start?
Started getting ready to do it, and then you did it, and then what it's about, all that.
Yeah. So Echo Point is, and I am going to screw up the log line because I always do. It's basically a small horror movie about a boy that inherits a cabin from his estranged father in the woods. And he ends up going to the cabin, and there he's able to talk to victims of a serial killer on a ham radio. And funny enough, I love saying this, but even sometimes I don't even process. We only filmed it in 5 days.
Okay.
So this film was basically shot in a weekend.
Yeah.
On a budget of I think less than $25,000.
Wow. Okay.
And yeah, we shot this about a year ago, last March, so March 2025. Mm-hmm. And now it's finally its final phases. I have a distributor locked, and it's expected to release in July or late July or August.
Cool. So, who's going to be distributing it? Where will we be able to find it?
Yeah, so it's a small company called Indie Rights. You'll be able to find it. They're doing, excuse my film language, I talk like this a lot. Okay. They're doing TVOD platforms. That means that's going to be your paid per watch platforms like Amazon. It's going to be Google Plays, Fandango, those kind of platforms. Yeah. So that's going to be releasing from initial date, probably till the holidays. So probably the end of December. After that, it's going to go on your free to watch platforms like Tubi and YouTube and stuff like that.
Okay. So no Netflix or anything like that?
No. Neither would I really want it on Netflix. It's probably, to them, it definitely is not Netflix quality. And they really want control over the movies. Right. But it will probably be on Hulu, probably for a paid service or a paid watch. But for a first film, hey, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, really. So how did you begin doing this? What gave you the idea that you want to be a producer?
Oh, man. So I've been in this industry for about almost on 10 years, and I'm 24. Mm-hmm. So I've been in here for a long time. I started doing YouTube probably when I was in high school.
Right.
And through the course of that, I was ideally going to go to film school, and I never did because COVID screwed that up. Yeah. So what ended up happening was I joined a volunteer TV station, and I just started doing film. I started doing TV shows and stuff through them.
Yeah.
And it just developed into, hey, I have this creative mindset
Right.
that I love. And coming up with stories is like, I could come up with stories in a night.
Yeah.
And I just was like, let me buy my own equipment. And I did. And I'm like, I got a camera. I'm going to shoot a film.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's kind of how I got started.
Yep.
I'm a documentary film producer.
Oh, there we go.
And so in 2008, I produced a little documentary. I put it out there. It didn't do anything, but I got a call from a guy from California, and he wanted to pick it up and start paying me to do them. And
There you go.
I won a film festival with it, so that was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which film festival?
It was a UFO film festival.
Oh,
I won
cool.
what was called an EBE award, an
Mhm.
extraterrestrial biological entity.
Oh, nice.
But
That's
yeah,
really cool.
it was a film festival that this UFO company puts on, and it was great. It launched my whole documentary
Oh, yeah.
producer career. Yeah, so it was really neat, winning that. So I've been doing that ever since. I do
Yeah.
this show as a sort of a sideline thing.
I mean, I always, after like being on a few of these, I always said, like, man, I really want to start one down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Because podcasts and stuff, they're really fun to interview people.
Yeah, you would get a big kick out of it, and you'd be very good at it. I can tell already you would be very good at it. Yeah.
I always said, like, if I ever do a Q&A or anything like that, I'm going to be a whole comedian. It's not going to be your normal Q&A. It would be a comedian show.
Well, now you've also done a short. What was it about?
Oh, so yeah. So that short is not actually going to come to light because Echo Point kind of overshadows it. Originally, the short was kind of like this small thing where it was me and some friends wanted to hang out and do like a little action film. So we shot, it's like play around with my camera, try some new things, because that was like the first time I actually got the camera going. So yeah, it was kind of like a one-day thing. We filmed it. The lead actor in Echo Point was a part of the short. And I met one of the other film actors who, in this film, he plays the bartender. He was in the short film, and that's how I met him. And then I gave him the role of the bartender because he fit it well. The other original guy cut out. So, yeah, that short isn't going to really come to light. I actually think I got rid of the footage off that because it was just like, there was no storytelling. Right. It would just be a bunch of guys running around acting like they're shooting guns. So it would be like, wait, what is this?
Yeah.
So I scrapped that. But it was fun, even though it was expensive, it was a fun, expensive day.
In the 1970s, a buddy of mine and I decided we were going to make us a movie. We got an 8mm silent camera, so it didn't have sound.
Oh.
And we had this grand idea for this epic thing. I wrote the script and everything. And we ended up filming about 3 minutes, and it was very carefully just kind of cut together because we had that, we used splicing tape and all back then.
Oh, yeah.
But we were so proud of this 3 minutes, and it wasn't anything. But, yeah, it can be a lot of fun doing it.
Well, originally I wanted to, when I created this film, I didn't want the film to be a short film because the problem with short films is there's so many right now.
Yeah.
And the market's like just oversaturated. And I always kind of say, like, and even producers and directors and you name it, a lot of them say, even distributors say we won't take it because they don't make money.
Right.
They're a loss. Yeah. And the market's just so oversaturated with it. If I put a short film out, people are going to be like, okay, cool, another one. But with the feature film right now, the market isn't. And what's great about it is now we have Obsession, Iron Lung, a smaller, the backroom, smaller crowd of younger filmmakers my age coming in with these indie films. Boom. Okay. So that's really cool.
Sorry, I was talking to my producer.
You're good.
Yeah. So, we're working on a short. You have this Echo Point is ready to go. So it's shot now. It's ready.
Oh, it's done. Thank God.
Okay.
I'm tired of it.
Good deal. Good deal. Who all acts in it? Who all is your actors?
So a lot of them are no-name ones. But compared to like smaller feature films, they're not all like no names. By that, what I mean is, so my lead actor is, this is his first film ever. I actually got him from another project. I actually scrapped. And I asked him, do you want the lead role? This kid didn't know acting, period, when he first started. And by the end of the film, you're thinking, wow, this guy's like a seasoned actor. I got another actor who plays the villain. He is, his name's Steve, I butcher his name all the time, Steve Scirocco, I think it is. He was actually a Law and Order. He was on Law and Order. He's been on a few other ones. He's actually a SAG actor. Okay. And then I actually have another seasoned actress who played, I think she has almost like on IMDb 85 credits to her name currently. So yeah, a few unknowns, but a few known in a sense.
Well, this is how you get known. I mean, you have to do something, and a lot of actors sometimes they may feel like, well, a project is below them, but you do anything, especially if you're getting paid.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing. We paid the cast. I knew going into this, I was like, I gotta pay the cast and crew to make this film good.
Right.
And that's why we had, I think, submissions for auditions. We almost had like 1,200 submissions on Backstage. And that was just because over the time, and I was shocked. I was like, 1,200 people know me.
Wow.
Because it's like I'm an unknown director. Like it's just nobody's heard of me. So I'm like surprised.
Right. Well, did you shoot this on video or on film?
No, video. So I actually got for this film I bought my own gear. And to this day I still have the gear. And it works. It was definitely a financial burden to buy the gear, but I'm paying it off little by little with other jobs. So it's fair.
Well, I always tell people you can take a $30,000 camera and hand it to a YouTuber and you'll get really cool cat videos. And you can take a $50 camera and hand it to Spike Lee and you'll get a great movie. So it's not the camera, it's not the equipment.
Oh yeah.
It's inside you. That's where the movie comes from. So you wrote the script, or you have a script writer?
No, I wrote the script. I basically did almost every task in this film.
You wear all the hats. I understand.
So many.
Yeah.
I could, if I wanted to, I could list like 30 credits on my name from this one film. But yeah, I wrote the script. And it was easy. I think I wrote the script in like 4 months, 3 to 4 months. Because I knew going into it, I wanted like a Western style film. I wanted a Western horror type. I wanted to, trade up the genre in a sense.
So tell me about the plot of this movie.
Yes. So the whole film again follows this one, I say kid, but really he's like, this son of an estranged father. And he goes to this cabin in the woods and he ends up just finding a bunch of weird stuff, unique stuff. He doesn't know the guy really. He's, an estranged dad. He's never been there all his life. And he inherits it. And the whole course of the film goes on, I want to say about over the course of 3 days in the movie, 3 to 4 days in the movie. And we just follow him through his, basic adventure almost of seeing what the cabin's like, learning about his father, and learning that he can, talk to these people on the radio. And over the course of time, he ends up learning, like, look, there's another side of the story to it, because this other side of the story is getting to a point where people are telling him to leave town. Like, you got to go. And the whole film's only 62 minutes. It's a very, very short feature. But this is off of a trilogy. Yeah. This is second film, a part of 3 films, really.
Oh, good. Okay.
So the story's going to continue.
Yeah. You got a built-in sequel. It's already ready.
Oh, yeah. And I knew going into this, when I made this film, there was no way I was going to afford, like, making a complete story.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Because I would have butchered the ending. I knew it 100%. I would have butchered the ending, and I would have hated myself for it. I would never forgive myself for it.
Why do you say that you would have butchered it? Why?
Because it wasn't enough to get the story across. There was no amount of budget. Like, in a sense, there wasn't enough budget to be able to go forward and say, I can complete a feature film with this budget.
Yeah.
Or complete a story with the budget. I did complete the feature film with the budget.
Yeah, you did.
But the story would have felt flat. It would have felt very, like, it would have felt one of those feature films you watch and it's like, but you had it. You had the story. Go with it.
Yeah.
Plus, it's also built in revenue too.
Did you have any problem finding locations to shoot?
Before I made the script, before I wrote the whole script, I found the locations.
Yeah, so you knew ahead of time.
Mm-hmm, because
for those locations. Exactly.
Because I knew going into it, I was lacking on limited budget. I was lacking on, I already knew it would have been like 1 or 2 locations. And I was just like, well, I know a simple story that we could do, cabin in the woods. I had that idea in my head. And I was like, when I think of cabin in the woods, I think of like a similar type Western. The minute I think of cabin in the woods, I'm thinking of the old John Wayne movie.
Yeah. Okay.
It brings back like that Searchers movie that he was in, or just those older type films. And I was like, yeah, this is going to get the Westernish vibe.
Right. So there is some point within this movie where it's really going to startle the audience, right?
What's going to startle the audience isn't going to be what most horror movies are. This horror movie goes away from the cliche jump scares. It's going to be at the end of the movie, you're going to be questioning whether everything is made up, everything is real, what's real, what's not real. You're going to be asking those questions. You're going to have questions in the beginning and the end of the movie. But during the movie, a lot of, some of those questions that you had will be answered. The reason I did that was because it helps with, prequel and sequel, where the budget will be bigger, so I can have a lot more fun with it. And it also, my horror type films are never going to be like your cliche slashers or jump scares. It'll be more thought provoking, kind of like how Jordan Peele did with Get Out, or in a sense, kind of The Purge, but more on the political side. Like those kind of movies where you're really thinking, like, oh wow, like what's happening, kind of vibe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, during shooting, was there any unusual or funny things that happen? Something that stands out that you remember? Tell us a tale of shooting this movie.
Oh God. Okay,
I
so
have a feeling there's a bunch of them.
the continuity in this film, first off, is off the rails. It's really fun, but
Well, you didn't
what?
shoot it in sequence, right?
No,
Yeah.
which killed me. But one of the nights, what ended up happening was, and you can see this in the teaser I posted on YouTube. The Axeman, who is one of my favorite characters because he's very unknown. We needed. I think I forgot to buy like his outfit pants or something. Like I'm like, okay, so I forgot his pants or something like that because there was a certain type of vibe.
Right.
So my lead actor, who ended up loving, those two must have been best buddies on set. What ended up happening was I told him, I was like, look, I need you to run to the store and buy just any kind of pair of pants, preferably something cheap, like, $20, $30.
Right.
So because we were out in the middle of nowhere, there was not a Walmart around the corner. The nearest Walmart was like 45 minutes away.
Wow. Okay.
This is in upstate New York. And so he goes, he drives around. He calls me, 10, 20 minutes later. He goes, Evan, I think I found a pair of pants. I went to this like fishing type place and it's like $120 pants. And I'm like, no, don't buy that. Go somewhere else. So he's like, okay. So he goes, he's gone for another like hour. He comes back. He's like, oh, I got a pair of pants. I'm like, all right. I look at the receipt. It's $90. And I'm like, dude, we got to destroy these pants. I'm like, I hate you. And that was the whole comic relief for the rest of the days we were there. And even to this day, I still joke with him that he bought $90 pair of pants. My makeup artist was dying laughing because we had to rip those, and that's what's actually in the film. We had to rip those pants because we had like broken bones and stuff and everything like that happening to the guy. It was the funniest thing around that you could ever think. And I'm just, the mass stories, I mean, I have stories of a lifetime just from this one film. So I can only imagine like what happens if it's on a 10 or 12-day shoot.
Oh, goodness.
The amount of stories.
There's always funny stories from the set,
Oh, yeah.
I had a production I went on. 2 or 3 guys that are very well known in their genre. And we filmed, and the camera that I was using, my executive producer insisted that I use this camera instead of my equipment. Which is when it's shot with my equipment, I understand it. But anyway, we ended up at the very end of it realizing that everything we shot didn't turn out. The sound didn't turn out right on it.
Oh, my God.
The whole production was ruined because my executive producer insisted that I use a camera that really wasn't suited for this. Anyway, yeah.
No, I mean,
stories.
I am always like, because when I take directing jobs and when I look for directing or DP jobs, I am 9 times out of 10 adamant about using my own cameras. Like, unless it's like, even like bigger cameras like Aries and Reds, I haven't really went that far to apply for those jobs because I'm still out of my touch. But I'm like 9 times out of 10 always like, look, I want to use my equipment and here's my rate.
Right.
So that's why I'm really.
Yeah, and you understand your own stuff. You don't understand.
Yeah.
I literally got this camera last minute. Here, go take the trip and go shoot with it. I'm like, I don't know anything about this, but yeah, you can have some interesting stories,
Oh yeah, I mean, I was almost on productions. I left productions like that because sometimes directors, well, I say I left, but really they fired me within like that because I bring reality to the table and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, but dude, it's either going to be me or the distributor saying it. So I can help you, but if you just want to, be a jerk, then have fun.
Yeah. Well, so next is your distribution process, where we talked about it a little bit earlier, but go ahead and tell me how you're going through getting this film, now that it's done, out to a place that's going to put it on VOD or whatever.
Yeah, so basically what's happening is contract signed. So in the next 30 days, I got to give them the deliverables. So that means, the whole film in general. When ideally, I was looking to release this film August 8th. They think they can release it sooner. I'm totally for that. If they can, they can.
Right.
So that's why, date when it comes out, it's like, I'll be finding out probably a week prior to it release. So then I'll be able to message everybody.
Yeah.
With platform wise, they're going to be putting it on a lot of major ones. Like I said, and it's really going to be up to me to market it. And so far with everything going, I'm kind of basically setting up the early stages of the marketing campaign. Excuse me. Doing a lot of Instagram feds, Instagram posts, TikTok posts, YouTube, everything. Just to even interviews like this to kind of just ring around, hey guys, this is a film, go check it out. Yeah. And really it's not going to be like, wow, a million people needs to see it. It's like if we have, let's say, within the first week on Amazon, 500 people look at or rent the movie, that's good. That's Amazon takes it and moves it up. I'm going to be doing a lot of local promotion once the film comes out itself. I'll do a lot of local promotion around in my town and in New Jersey. So going on news stations saying, hey, go check out the movie, and everything like that. So really, this is only the beginning part. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And you shot this around New Jersey? Or
We shot, well, the problem with New Jersey was it was too expensive. So I knew right off the bat I could never shoot it in this state. And because it was going to take place in a cabin in the woods, there's no cabins really around here. So it was definitely going to be upstate New York or in PA. So I started looking at that. And so we shot it in a small town called East Branch. It's right next to Hancock, New York, right on the border of New York and PA. So it's literally, this town is so quiet that there's nothing. Yeah. It's a highway, and the nearest town over is Roscoe, and it's small downtown strip area. That's it. This is your mountain town that you see in Western shows. It's really fun. I love it. It was a beautiful place.
Wow. Okay.
Beautiful.
You have plenty of money, all of your equipment. What would you love to do next?
After this film, I have two other ones.
Yeah.
And they're both smaller budget. I think they'll probably come in under what Echo was, or just around it. After those, and they're both kind of horror-ish, but one's a horror one, one's an action film. After those two, then comes the big ticket ones. Yeah. And then comes the blockbuster ones.
Wow.
The two smaller ones, the idea for them is once you do, Echo Point Sky, my portfolio one, it's I made a feature film.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Yeah. And then after that, it's, wow, look, he really did a film. He really does two good films. Mm-hmm. Three good films is three or more, you're really good. And then it really can help with investors and actors take a notice, smaller actors or bigger actors take a notice in your projects.
Right.
Those two other ones later down the road. So the next one is called, the next film, the second film I'm doing is called Out of Sync.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a man with dementia, dementia / Alzheimer's. That's a horror film.
Mm-hmm.
The next one after that is called Night After Night. That one is a house robbery in a time loop.
Mm-hmm.
And then the two big ones after that, those are going to be like the $1 million films.
Okay.
Both of them are really high-end concepts, but it's like those are the bigger Star Wars. Those are the ones where, look, I want some big names on it. Now we're not talking A-list, but we're talking, like decent people on it.
So, do you always want to stay in horror, or do you want to go to science fiction or something?
It's going to be funny because I'm waiting for the day people start making fun of me or just saying like, wait, this guy's a horror director and now he's going to go to all this.
Yeah.
I do not want to really stick to one genre. I want to kind of dabble in them all. So like, what was it? Action's a really big one I want to get into. Musicals. I always love musicals. That's a really big one I want to get into. Comedy. So it's like the reason I started with horror was it's very affordable to film, especially for an indie filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
But going into bigger budget films, those are what I want. Being in different genres and stuff like that. Not sticking like, oh yeah, Evan Marcewicz, he's a horror director.
Yeah.
He's like an everything director. So it's like that's the kind of fun part.
Well, that segues well into my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any particular director or producer that inspires you, that you look up to?
Well, there's a few. I mean, of course, you got like John Ford, and you got what was the
John Carpenter?
No, not John Carpenter. It was another. It slips my brain. It was another Western director.
Okay.
And he did the movie Son of Katie Elder,
Yeah.
which is a John Wayne film. Westerns are kind of like my root.
Okay.
Of course, you got Spielberg, but my other one, which is kind of smaller, and he's very controversial, Michael Landon.
Ah, okay.
He created Little House on the Prairie, Highway to Heaven.
Yeah.
So a lot of really good, shows that kind of went under the radar, that people don't know him as director for.
Yeah.
They know him as a star for. It's kind of funny.
Right. Okay, so Echo Point is the name of the movie, and
Mm-hmm.
it's coming out sometime around September, maybe?
No, probably July, end of July or beginning of August. It's looking like.
Oh,
So it's coming out soon. Oh yeah.
Yeah, good deal. Okay, how would someone follow you or find you on the internet?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is E Marcewicz. You can follow my studio, Vibrolix Studios, on YouTube, TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, if you just Google my name, boom, you'll see me. I have a very pretty face, so a lot of people recognize it.
But spell your last name, okay?
Yeah, so E, so it would be E, and my last name is Marcewicz. That would be my Instagram. So E Marcewicz.
Okay, good deal. Well, man, Evan, it's been great having you on the show.
It's been a blessing, man. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I am so glad that you were able to come on here. And we had some technical issues, but it seems to be working out okay. Yeah.
You're good.
We're good. All right, man. Well, I'm going to close out the show, and we're going to have you do a promo for us. But
yeah,
you take care, man. Thank you.
Goodbye.